Welcome into DC On Screen. I'm your host, David C. Robertson, and this is my co-host, Jason.
Hello.
Alright, man, so, get out your pipe cleaners, y'all, because we're about to do some house cleaning. We got some news to talk about.
How do you clean your house with a pipe cleaner?
Oh, man. That's exactly how you get down into the nitty-gritty, man.
Get a broom. Just start there. Maybe a loose
No,
rag.
man, you have to get into the nooks, man, the nasty nooks.
Yeah, but you normally do that after you do kind of some more wholesale stuff.
No, you don't.
You don't start right at the crannies.
You got a cranny, especially high up crannies. You got a cranny so that shit falls out, and then
that opens you up to some nooks.
Yeah, you don't want to have to sweep and then get the crannies, and then that shit falls out, and you're like, well, hell, I already swept.
So you're saying do detailed cleaning and then clean up afterwards? All right.
It depends on where the detail is. If it's high up, sure, you got to do that first.
All right, just don't buy the freaking arts and crafts pipe cleaners. You're not going to get very far. You need to go all the way to the homeware section.
Right. So we're going to do a news episode. That's what this is, supposedly. And
alleged news.
Let's start out with the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice marketing machine.
Oh, God. What now?
In their infinite wisdom, has released an interview by Ron Trope, or Troop, whichever one. Regardless, that's the cat that replaced Clark Kent when Superman was killed by Doomsday. Wink, wink.
Mm-hmm.
Who was doing an interview with Lex Luthor at Wired Magazine. I'll put up a link to the article. It was kind of interesting, and it was more well written than I've seen Lex actually be. He's more of the character I want him to be in this interview. But what I gathered from the interview, what it seems to be saying is Lex suspects or knows that Batman is a human. He says he's too human. He might suspect that he's Bruce Wayne. I can't tell. But it seems like he might. But Lex wants to sit down with Argus and the government to help with the anti-alien stuff. He actually does mention Argus in the interview, and Ron Troop says, "What's that?" And Lex reads off a whole bunch of shit from the internet that basically makes it seem like he believes that they are worthless or impotent in some way. I did notice that the Lex OS background looks like Brainiac, the Brainiac Luthor design from the old comics.
Yeah, I could see that. Actually, just flipping through it right now, it's he's talking about the Batman. He says it didn't when the Batman first appeared, but that was a long time ago. So that may be the first in canon thing I've heard to really solidify the fact that we're going to have a real gap here from.
Well, he does talk about. He's just talking about there where he's saying that being a vigilante doesn't really help anything anymore. That it's not conducive to any real problem solving in the world.
Right. Oh, wow.
That doesn't necessarily say that Batman's been away for a long time.
Wow. Look at that. So, did you see their little ranking of the...
I did see the little ranking. The graph that shows the company investments from LexCorp, Cord Industries, Stag, Queen Industries, and Geschäft Krieg, and Wayne Enterprises. Yeah.
Huh. And that's only in D&D stuff. So and it points out in their graphic that Bruce Wayne is notorious for his refusal to accept military contracts. And then it says, so why spend nearly 9 figures on a prototype plane and exoskeleton tech that have yet to establish proof of concept?
Yep.
So even the basic news media is aware that Bruce Wayne's spending is out of sorts, I guess we'll call it.
Yep.
That seems a little handsy.
But I think it's interesting they brought in Stag, Cord, Queen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Krieg is kind of... I don't know what they're going for there. I'm assuming Krieg is still the company that winds up creating Cyborg to some degree.
I guess.
That's what it was in Smallville. I don't know from the comics on Cyborg, man. I just don't. Yeah.
Well, it's a neat little interview, though. This is. You're right. I've just been reading it through while we're talking, but it is. It's actually well written.
It's well written. It's worth checking out. It really is. I'll put up a link. You can just go to Wired, though, and look for it. If anything, I think it may hint that Lex Luthor knows And look at the last trailer, we speculated that he seemed like he knew who Clark Kent and Superman were, and not Clark Kent and Superman, Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne were, as far as their secret identities go. So, I mean, I would absolutely, as much as we just talked the last episode about how Kent Grant would know who Supergirl was,
Right.
I think Lex Luthor would figure out who Batman and Superman were.
Yeah, I wondered if that
quickly,
was
honestly.
what was happening in the trailer at the party.
Yeah. We talked about that in the trailer episode.
Yeah. Could be. I'm still down. I wasn't. We talked about it a minute. I didn't have as many problems with the Lex Luthor characterization. That I'm not as down on it as the rest of the world, I think, right now.
Well, right now what we've seen is a lot of ham. If,
There's a fair amount of ham. I'm hoping.
I mean, I'm okay if what we saw in the trailer was mostly just his like public persona, but when you get into stuff like, well, if man won't kill God, then the devil will do it.
Yeah,
He's
that was
clearly
weird.
not in the public persona, so that was pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
That one gave me a lot of pause, but the overall quirky part I was fine with. Mm-hmm. And we've forgotten about the scene about the red capes are coming. The red capes are coming. When we saw that originally, we were blown away. Like, oh man, that's an interesting take. Let's see what he's got to offer.
Yeah, because that seemed dark when within the context of what we thought Luthor was going to be. It seemed dark, with the backdrop of the Social Network, Jesse Eisenberg. That seemed
Right.
really dark and creepy and kind of funny. Now it just seems like, oh, we're getting Hackman again.
I don't think we're gonna get Hackman. Honest to God, I think Jesse Eisenberg is too good an actor to go Hackman on us.
Gene Hackman is too good an actor to go Hackman on it, but yet there
Yeah,
it is.
and I think
there it is.
between the two of them, both of them wouldn't make that mistake in succession. Hackman's a great
Except,
actor, but he made that mistake, and there's no way Eisenberg doesn't learn from it. That's my hope.
But you
right
could
now.
have said that. But you could have said the same thing about Kevin Spacey, and there it is.
I would not have said the same thing about Kevin Spacey because Kevin Spacey is batshit crazy. I don't trust his judgment.
That's an argument for a different time.
I don't trust K-Pax, man. I'm sorry. I don't.
Oh, come on. First of all, K-Pax was a good movie. Bringing up K-Pax? I mean, not the dude from Seven, not Kaiser Soze, not dude from, House of Cards.
Watched him eat a banana whole, man. I don't know what to tell you.
So many better characters you could have brought up, though. Not to make your point.
If I had done that on purpose, I'd be very proud right now.
Yeah. Warner Brothers is apparently contemplating putting out Batman vs Superman in a few theaters with a 70 millimeter release, because apparently Quentin Tarantino has, because of the Hateful Eight being shot in 65 millimeter, or 70 millimeter. Sorry. They're looking at putting. He spearheaded this whole thing of putting the projectors into a bunch of different theaters. Mm-hmm. So Warner Brothers might put out Batman vs Superman to utilize the projectors that he put out with the Hateful Eight.
So they're just gonna go, well, since they're there.
Yeah. What is cool about it is like there are old movies that were shot in 70 millimeter. Mm-hmm. Way back in the day, mm-hmm. and they might actually be able to play those for the first time in a long time.
Do some re-release?
Like the way they were meant to see. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So, for as much shit as we give them, Tarantino at least did that right.
That was cool. I'm kind of curious, though. Like, how well does it translate to have that much CGI? Because
I don't know.
It's not, it's not like you filmed the computer graphics. I'd like to see what I don't know. I'd be kind of curious. I'd be a little scared, though, because, we were openly not completely happy with a couple of the shots in just the trailer.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I need 70 millimeters worth of Armageddon or Doomsday.
Armageddon.
I don't know why.
You call him everything but his name.
Yeah. He's adaptive, right?
Dumbsday.
He can learn
Dumbsday.
Dumbsday.
So they've also released 3 new character posters for Batman vs Superman, one of Superman, one of Batman, and one of Wonder Woman. Uh-huh. Unfortunately, on every poster, they have these like nearly full body posters that look really cool, except there are these big red ugly symbols for each of them, like plastered over them.
Oh, lovely.
And that's been a big problem with all of the stuff they've put out for Batman vs Superman, like all the posters and whatnot. Like they have a picture of Batman, they have a picture of Superman, but they have like their eyes torn out and like are plastered over with like the symbol of the other character. I don't really care.
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, I'm seeing what you're saying. Yeah, they kind of like refuse to just put out a money shot.
Yeah, just give me a money shot without a freaking symbol with the release date plastered on it. We all know when it's coming out. We're all going to be there.
Yeah, and some of their release dates just say 2016. Not even all that informative. Bastard.
Oh, man. So they released an official synopsis for the Suicide Squad.
I saw. Yeah.
We actually talked about it on the Entertainment Roundtable, and they blasted it for being too alliterative, which I disagreed with.
I do.
The changing
I do
of tenses. Too. The changing of tenses, I can't get behind. I can't. But here's the official synopsis. It feels good to be bad. Assemble a team of the world's most dangerous, incarcerated supervillains, provide them with the most powerful arsenal at the government's disposal, and send them off on a mission to defeat an enigmatic, insuperable entity. U.S. intelligence officer Amanda Waller has determined only a secretly convened group of disparate, despicable individuals with next to nothing to lose will do. However, once they realize they weren't picked to succeed but chosen for their patent culpability when they inevitably fail, will the Suicide Squad resolve to die trying or decide as every man for himself? It's pretty much exactly what we knew about it before.
Yeah, and nothing really truly new here happened. Defeat an enigmatic, insuperable entity.
That's the part that's new.
Yeah.
Which I assumed that the Joker wasn't the real villain here.
Yeah.
I mean, he said he wasn't going to kill you. He was just going to hurt you really, really bad.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
Someone's going to.
The one part that bored me about this was, however, once they realized they weren't picked to succeed but chosen for their patent, like, come on, man, that should be pretty upfront. You should look around at your fellow players and go, like, I think there's I want to say there's an old Family Guy bit where it's a Star Trek TNG reference where they beam down. And one guy looks around and he realizes he's one of the red shirts and goes, "Oh no!"
I don't remember that one. I remember the bit with the original series where it's Kirk and he goes, "All right, we'll need a landing party for this suicide mission. It's going to be me, Mr. Spock, Dr. McCoy, and Ricky." And Ricky the red shirt goes, "Ah, crap."
Right. It just seems like you should, look around at the company you're in and go, I don't know about this. Doesn't this feel a little bit like I feel like we're going to do a long play version of this with LOT before Suicide Squad ever gets around?
Maybe. I hope not.
At least, will they complete the mission or every man for himself part? We're gonna be watching that kind of all fall, all spring. Mm-hmm. But enigmatic, insuperable entity could very easily be the Joker, obviously. I mean, you know, enigmatic is the kind of word that would lead you to, J. Road, but...
Sounds like,
Insuperable, though. Really?
God.
Such a weird choice.
Makes me think it might be Enchantress.
Mm-hmm. Which is a popular theory right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have not seen that.
That one's been wandering around. Mostly because I think it spawned basically out of someone kind of looking at everyone on the crew and thinking, you know what, Enchantress is kind of the most powerful person here if you do it right. I think they're probably going to be dealing with her.
I don't know, I just remember her sitting in a tub.
Yeah.
And villains take baths.
Villains
They don't shower, they take baths.
Yeah. Heroes shower.
Heroes shower, villains take baths. They have to sit and contemplate all the evil they're going to do.
Right.
That's the truth of the situation. And I don't care if you disagree with me. That's the truth.
No, baths are heavily correlated with evil in movies in general. Like either villains will take baths while they contemplate, the depths of their evil. And, Or at the very least, you're taking a bath and then suddenly the giant weird monster that's been terrorizing everyone in the movie comes after you. Maybe through a faucet.
Sure. Yeah, either villains or victims.
Villains and victims. They bathe.
Take baths.
They bathe. If you're a bather out there, at least take joy. Like next time you're taking a bath, just sit back and think about evil for a little while. Do your part.
Prediction: Avengers: Infinity Wars. First 3 minutes is going to be Thanos taking a cosmic bath.
With Howard the Duck as his fucking plaything.
Yes. Well, now I really want it. Damn it.
He's going to be making Howard squirt water out of his little beak.
Oh, man.
At the end, he's going to have Deadpool bring him a towel.
I really do. I really wish Fox would just let Deadpool be in all of these things. Just wherever he wants to be.
Right.
I think Warner Brothers should let him just pop in a Batman v Superman. Just...
Maybe the lawyers will get it around. By the time we have, they were going to do, when they did the Batman Loner movie later, they were saying Deadshot's going to be his tandem. You get a nice little aside where he's walking through the street as Deadshot, and suddenly the camera pulls over and there's Deadpool right beside him. They just kind of look at each other. And I'd love to even see Deadpool do it was a Marx Brothers thing, right? Yeah, it was one of the Marx Brothers routines with the fake mirror thing.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that little routine, and then just Deadpool pop off screen. Just thanks, getting back to my movie now. Cool name. I'm better than you. Bye. Yeah.
I would totally be all that.
Will Smith just turns around. That motherfucker.
You know what? I think they should do a movie. They should do one movie together. That's like nothing but like an amalgamation, but like just actually have a Fox Marvel Warner Brothers movie starring Deadpool, Squirrel Girl, and Ambush Bug. Yep.
Biting that sock, right?
Yes, the sentient sock. I don't even want to see that. I just want them to mention the sock and be like, seriously, a sock? You can bring in Batmite if you want.
No, just the first scene is going to be when you get introduced to Ambush Bug in that movie. It's going to look real serious, like he's getting ready in his room, and there's this real tense moment where he keeps looking over towards his dresser, and the music keeps cueing it, and eventually he looks over there and you realize he's focusing on a sock. We're just talking about a crew sock sitting on a table here. Nothing happening. But the music will score the fuck out of it. And then, just as he's about to like move towards the sock and really like crane in for it, somebody pops in the door. He's, what?
Absolutely.
This is why, like, a little word of advice for everyone who wants wonderful things like that to happen, or terrible things like that to happen. However you feel about it. But if you want weird things to happen, go watch the Deadpool movie. Go spend that money, because that's the vehicle where you have a chance. They won't let him play with the other universes, but Deadpool can do whatever the hell he wants.
You know what the sentient sock's name was? You remember?
Mm-mm.
Argyle.
Oh, God. All right, so not a crew sock. It's an Argyle sock sitting on the table.
Is literally ARGH exclamation point YLE.
God. If I wasn't worried about editing out clapping noises, I'd slow clap to that.
I would too. But it's a little sentient sock. He's got arms and a mask. Looks like a Doctor Doom mask.
Keep asking Ambush Bug, like, they see him like pull his pant leg up and he's got like 5 pairs of socks on. Why do you have 5 pairs of socks on? You can never trust him. Don't know when they'll turn on me. I may need more.
All right.
That'll be the big stinger at the end of that movie. It's a Secret Santa thing, and somebody gives him a pair of like nice Argyle socks. That's the stinger at the end of the Deadpool movie right there.
Ambush Bug is voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
Oh no, I was gonna be happy with Henry Winkler.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want things.
I know.
Anyway, so I don't know. I don't think we mentioned this, but Nicole Kidman her Wonder Woman role is unfilled. By the way, she's not going to be able to fit that into her schedule. So sad day.
Dennis Guerra will go wanting.
No more Chase Meridian for the DCEU.
Aww. I'll survive.
Big what?
I'll survive.
Yeah.
I mean, she would have been fine.
So, Megalyn Ichikawoke, however her name is, she's the chick that did the voice of Vixen on the little Arrow spinoff, the little CW Seed spinoff cartoon series.
I laughed when I saw that headline because I thought, "Fuck, are y'all just trying to fuck with us now? There's no way we can pronounce that."
Yeah, we couldn't on our Vixen review.
Just the fish.
But she is gonna actually show up playing Vixen on Arrow in episode 415. So
hell yeah.
Woo, that's exciting. I mean, she totally looks like the character too. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
And Legends of Tomorrow, they are bringing back Matt Nable as Ra's al Ghul. So
Very excited with that one.
we're gonna have 2 Ra's al Ghuls that we can watch. One of them is Jack Harkness, and the other one is the real Ra's al Ghul. So
He's an actual Ra's al Ghul.
that's gonna be fun. They also put out Legends of Tomorrow character posters, and those look actually pretty good. Like I actually kind of want them.
Yeah.
I actually kind of really want them.
You know, they didn't put like a giant LOT coming in 2016 freaking
Right.
decal on front of them, so they look good.
Captain Cole doesn't have like a giant like silhouette of a cold gun over his chest and face.
No, on these posters they'd give him it's like a giant silhouette of a flame. Heatwave would just have a giant ice crystal covering his face.
Right. Last piece of news, I think.
And then we can ramble about Ambush Book more.
Yeah, sure. Kenyon Lonsdale, the kid playing Wally West over on The Flash, they asked him if he was going to be suiting up as Kid Flash soon, and he says, "If it doesn't happen soon, I will casually make my own suit and casually wear it on set to make everyone speed up the process."
All right. I was completely indifferent before, and now I am 100% behind this kid.
Me too.
That's awesome. I like
pretty
I like casually too. That was a good. Well done, buddy. Well done.
That was good.
I'm impressed.
Ooh.
They haven't been clear about when the hell that's happening, or
No, absolutely not. They shouldn't
God
be.
forbid if it was going to happen this go around, or
They shouldn't be. They should just, surprise me with it.
right.
Like, everyone's dying. He makes his way into the lab, looks down to see Velocity 9. Click.
Right.
There we go. Kid Flash.
Doesn't even take that long, right?
Yeah, just everyone's dying. That's the real reason. Just do that. It's the only reason you need. Have every member of Team Flash or Star Labs or whatever, in some terrible situation. Wally can't be in every place at once, so it's Wally and friggin' Jay Garrick and Jesse Quick, and they all go into the lab and pump up with Velocity 9.
Oh, that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so the B team.
What were they
second
called?
stringers.
The Liberty was the Liberty something?
Jesse Quick's mother in the comics was Liberty
Bell. Yeah, but I thought they were the Liberty something or other. I don't remember.
I think they were the All-Star Squadron.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's right. That's it. Yeah, I'm just reading past this. They actually did a genuine French magazine, an actual one, had an interview with Affleck, Cavill, and Godot.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Everything I've actually seen that said French, I went, oh, it's that hoax again.
No, it's a real one. Studio Ciné Live, an actual real magazine.
Cool.
Came up with, I'm sorry, Godot's not in there. It's just, she's on the cover with them. But the interviews are with Affleck and Cavill. Mm-hmm. But there's one part at the very beginning. It's just the first question. They're asking him, if you had to introduce your Batman to somebody who doesn't know the character, how would you describe him? He says, usually the films show Batman starting off or in the prime of his career. Here you're dealing with an older version, a guy at the end of his journey. He'll find meaning in his own life during his conflict with Superman. He really thinks Superman is an existential menace, and he believes destroying him will be his legacy.
Wow.
And he does, it says he plays with the billionaire playboy side of the character a lot, does that as a way to fill the void in his soul. Moreover, past incarnations dealt with a straightforward search for justice. This time, Batman's reasoning is clouded by frustration, bitterness, and anger. This is that sounds a little bit Dark Knight Returns and a little bit I'm the goddamn Batman.
A little bit.
I'm not against anything he just said outright.
Here's what's exciting to me. Affleck can totally play younger, so if they do the Gotham thing and just kind of, because we don't know what year Superman or Man of Steel happened in, really, I don't think they even said. All they really have to do is, once we get Batman v Superman out of the way, we know we're building up to Justice League, but the first Batman solo movie, we can either have flashbacks, or it could just be set before Batman v Superman in the all together. Have just take the gray out of his hair. He's younger. He's like 10 years younger. He's 12 years younger, 15 years younger. I mean, he's a young-looking dude anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, barely buy that he's his age.
There's like a couple of crow's feet to take out, and you're good. You're fine.
Yeah, and, you can throw the crow's feet. Hell, man, I know 30-year-olds who have crow's feet. I mean,
right?
Just because they've been busy and lived a hard life.
Because shit happens.
Actually, most of them are just ardent drug users. I don't know what...
Listen there, kids.
Yeah. Don't get hooked on the smack, see?
Right.
But,
we'll send you our Speedy doll if you don't.
Don't go from Speedy to Arsenal that quick, boy.
Right.
But yeah, like they really could just go back and tell us the Batfleck story. I'd be okay with that. You know what else I'd be okay with? We get 3 more Batman movies where he's cleaning up Gotham and stuff. He gets a little too old, and we bring in Terry friggin' McGinnis. Like, just let's go ahead and do the Batman Beyond.
Yeah, wouldn't hurt me at all.
Yeah, by the time Avengers is winding down, and Robert Downey Jr. is officially recasted, and no one gives a shit about Marvel anymore because too soon. We're just now getting into Batman Beyond.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, look at this.
At the end of the day,
sorry,
if they do this right, we are going to be getting into like the apex of awesome DC stuff coming, just as Marvel is really petering out. They could. I mean, they've started later, and if they even have equal waves, it could really hit pretty big. Current planning though, they're actually both planned to end around the same time, aren't they? About 2019, 2020 each time. Well,
Green Lantern Corps and Inhumans.
Justice. Well, yeah. I mean, that's not the ending. Like, Marvel is actually planned
run of films,
right? Well, Marvel is actually secretly, apparently, planned out to like 2028, 2030, something like that.
That does
last
not
I heard
sound like a bad thing at all.
No, and all we've heard from DC is up to 2020, something like that. So
right. Can't believe people are planning that many films in a row now. It's amazing.
I don't know. Anything can change. Like 2028 might not even happen. I mean, yeah, Infinity Wars is going to be like gangbusters, man. It's going to be crazy.
Oh yeah.
But after that, they got to pull out some heavy, and it's going to do. They're coming up into some really scary movies right now, like Doctor Strange and Black Panther and all that shit. Like, I don't even want to see those movies, and I totally want to see them.
I feel you. I mean, how much fun is it going to be to maybe? Oh yeah, oh god. I mean, it'd be 2020. Maybe the rights will run out. Maybe Apocalypse is just terrible. The rights finally get sold back, and
that trailer's awful.
The trailer's bad, and you get back to say the 2020ish kind of area. We've already done Infinity Wars, and they wonder, well, what's the next big thing? Well, now you can do M-Day.
Well, the issue is, I have taken in my heart and in my mind, I've taken mutants off the table.
I'm 10 years from now. I'm not willing to do that though.
Oh, I'm willing to do that. I mean, we've got Gambit coming up. We've got Deadpool coming up. Another Wolverine movie. They're thinking about recasting Wolverine.
But Deadpool though is going to be outside of the canon of the mutant situation.
Why?
They're going to play with it, but I think they were going to make him. I think they were going to rework his background a little bit, where he's more experimentation, less mutant. But if they do that, they can take the M word off the table, which means he can transfer to other properties.
But he's still owned by Fox.
Yeah, that part sucks. Damn you, Fox.
Like, I was just saying, I've always just been saying that would be the one place where they should be able to play with them a little bit. Like, where everyone should be able to say, like, okay, we've got all these fourth wall characters, let's do, like, one big...
Oh, that's the sandbox.
Yeah, let's just play and with each other and, not even take it seriously. Just play with each other and see what happens. Do you know what? You know what?
It sounds really bad the way you're describing it.
I know.
It's just not even take it. It sounds like a
a
freshman seduction script.
I'm just saying.
I'm not even going to take this seriously. Don't mean anything. We're just going to play a little bit.
Hey, I'm just saying. Let's get Kevin Tsujihara and freaking Kevin Feige and Lauren Schuler Donner and everybody get naked and put down the tarps.
See what happens. Just shake it out.
See what happens. Pull out your ambush bugs and your Deadpools.
Right.
Stick your ambush bug in your Deadpool.
You need mixes spit licks? You can have them. No one's using them for shit.
Mixie Spitlick and Argyle.
Right.
That would be the one. Like, I would totally do that. I would be on if I was at the head of any one of these places. I would be on the phone right now, being like, "Dude, we have got to do this." Like, come on, man. We're the you're the competition. We're the competition. We're all the competition. Who cares, man? Let's do this one movie. Let's see what happens here.
We just come together for Ambush Bug.
They're all fourth wall characters. Let's just do it.
Right. Lock all the lawyers in a room together until they come up with a plan.
Oh, I don't really think.
And then
it
as
has
soon as they come up with a plan, just gas the room. Who cares?
I don't think it has a lot of weight. I mean, we don't have anyone recognizable. Batmite. Who? Batmite. He's Batman's biggest fan from the fifth dimension. Oh, that's a thing? Yeah, that's a thing.
Did Superman have one of those? The aforementioned.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have a fifth dimensional fight. I don't even know who the hell I'd give that script to. Fuck, man. Because that would be just... That really would be, like, break every rule you've ever heard. Everything you were told not to do in film school, you just do it. Like, you need to use, at that point, you need to use the movie Magical Mystery Tour as your, like, spiritual guide. Just...
I mean, I know who I'd give it to.
Who?
What's his face? Terry Gilliam.
Oh, that would be good. Oh, that would.
See, kids, that's why you need me in charge.
I think I'd let him write, too. Mm-hmm. Let him and, put him, Loeb, and Johns in a room together and say, sort it out, guys. Sort it out. Dini. Oh, and Paul Dini. Yeah, you're right.
Paul Dini. Don't forget the Dini, man.
Never forget the Dini. Man, he'd have us crying over a fucking sock by the end of that movie.
He would. He would.
We'd be looking at it, but Argyle just wanted the other side. He just wanted the right sock back. He missed his brother.
And then in like 5 years, Neil Adams would be telling stories about how he he went in and like got these guys to come together and made a really solid story that
told them
they
could totally pull this off. It was all about how you comport yourself.
Right. He got laws changed. Now, our our government really does respect, the rights of socks.
Dryers are only allowed to lose so many socks before they have to be put down and replaced.
It's like, I gotta be honest. At first I didn't care, but then I was thinking about it. I thought, where does the other sock
That's how
go?
Dini would start this out, too. It'd be like the worldwide conspiracy of missing socks would have... that question you've all had. Yeah, I mean, how many socks do you throw away a year because you can't find its brother?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, here's the best part about this. After that movie
let's
is
just
done,
write this thing. It's gonna be great.
Right? After that movie is done, and we just call it 0 Hour.
There you go.
After that movie is done,
No, zero power.
After that movie is done, though, shit, man. Blue Beetle and Booster Gold don't seem very difficult to conjure, do we?
Right.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
Let's do that.
if we can make you care about a sock, just trust us on Booster Gold. Yes, we know his name is Skeets. Fuck you.
This would be the Guardians of the Galaxy for like all three. Just like, this is to the upteenth level. Just, here we go. What is this? This is Deadpool, Ambush Bug, and Mitzel Sputnik.
The team up you never bothered dreaming of before.
Oh man, they're just missing out. If it really goes well, let's do Marvel vs. DC. Let's do a true amalgamation.
Right.
Amalgam Studios. Nah, that would be where the shark jumped. I fear.
Probably.
Anyway, I probably need to wrap this up.
I could totally get down with the lost sock theory.
Let's do it. The only real fear is if we actually wrote that script, I don't think we'd ever be considered for anything else ever.
Yeah, I mean, well, we might get money off of it. I mean, someone would eventually just pay us to never write again.
It's a good point. We are DC On Screen. You can find every episode of DC On Screen at dconscreen.com. Funny how that works.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find us on iTunes and Stitcher. If you are interested in a similar podcast about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, go check out our friends, Matt Carroll and Jeff Randall at the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast, or MCUcast.com. If you will pop over there, dude, me and Jason, we were on an episode. It's like the top one on their page because it's the newest one. It's the Jessica Jones wrap-up, and it's awesome. We have a lot of fun over there.
That was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that.
So, I mean, barring anything else, I guess we'll probably be back next week for more news. More news.
And more sock-related elevator pitches.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, we are not going to... You guys aren't going to hear from us probably until after Christmas. So we might, I don't know, just go ahead and have to say Merry Christmas now and Happy Holidays and all of that. Yeah.
Been a fun journey.
Yeah, gosh. We started in May. It's so weird. It's like Christmas next week.
Yeah.
Whew. So anyway, we are, as stated, we're going to be taking a little bit of a break. Probably pop back in here and there, at least weekly. But yeah, how did you put it? We're going to, how did you put it? Something about the laurels bending or something?
No. I promised my laurels a significant portion of downtime.
That's it.
In which I can, I say that, but what I've accidentally taken to is rewatching Batman 66. So
that's a fine thing. Yeah. I wish I had time for it, but
I mean,
X-Files.
I thought I was going to go back for many other things, and next thing you know, watching Burgess Meredith.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this: Cesar Romero laughs too much, even for the Joker.
He does a little bit.
Like it's hard. I honestly, he laughs for so long. You can do this. I've started fast forwarding a little bit. Like when he starts laughing, I'll just fast forward a few seconds and get to the end of the laugh. Shortens the episode by about 3 minutes.
Yeah, he does laugh a little too much, but his laugh is not nearly as annoying as Frank Gorshin's Riddler's laugh.
I agree. And a topic for another time, but Frank Gorshin's face is just downright scary by itself. I mean, when he's being abusive to his assistants, he's actually scary. I mean, if you played him straight, he could be really menacing. But it's hard to take someone that seriously when you can see their junk. So
yeah, it's real weird.
It's a really good time to take someone seriously, but it depends on the situation.
If anyone is wondering, that's why superheroes wore their underwear on the outside, so you couldn't see their bat wieners.
Right under the 1/8 an inch spandex that was strapped over everything.
Right, or their Riddler wieners.
Right,
or their Pinger wieners.
Or Robin wings, or
yeah, right.
It's
they're Katos. They're tiny Katos. They're little chums.
Their most trusted assistant. Truly the gentleman's gentleman.
They're Batawangs.
Oh, yes.
All right.
I'll be happy to call it there.
And with that, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays from DC on Screen.
See you soon.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Are you struggling to lose weight and keep it off? Tired of wasting time and money on starvation diets that lead to more frustration and stress? If there was a weight loss solution that could actually work for you, would you try it? Then head to Golo.com.
I'm Steve. I lost 138 pounds in 9 months on Golo.
I'm Amber. I've lost 128 pounds with Golo Taking Release.
If you're ready to take back control of your life, head to Golo.com now and see how Golo can work for you. That's GOLO.com.
My sleep is way better. My inflammation has gone way down. Golo saved my life. I was way overweight. That's what sent me down the path. I wanted to make sure and live for my kid.
I have literally tried everything. I was on the verge of getting gastric bypass surgery, and I saw the Golo commercial, and it was the last thing I tried because it worked.
Join over 2 million people who have found a better way to lose weight with Golo. Your healthier and happier life begins at Golo.com. That's GOLO.com. Again, GOLO.com.